Alright. So, Sheik versus Shulk. I'm gonna need to pull out the other controller for this one. Give me a moment, guys, while I get this all set up. So we all know what are the options that makes Sheik ridiculous to deal with. She's got, aside from her blazingly fast speed and her really low flame, she has this attack. This attack right here has almost as much range as Shulk's forward. From around here, I'll hit Shulk. Let me see. Yeah, from there I'll hit Shulk too. How about that? No, not. Yeah, from here I'll hit Shulk. Meanwhile, Shulk can hit pretty cleanly from there. They have almost the same range. And that right there is ridiculous because Sheik's forward air is 3 times faster than Shulk's forward air. That range needs to be missed. But that's a different story. We're talking about how to deal with what we already have. So, aside from this forward air, which she can just pull out at a moment's notice and win the neutral with it, she has this. She has this to catch people on the ground, and she has needles that she can just pull out instantly. The one time that she cannot throw needles while charging is at the point at which she finishes charging her needles. She has to reset to the neutral before being able to fire it. So right there you have a brief respite and you can take advantage of that. Now, one very important thing to know about this matchup is that Sheik cannot reliably kill Shulk, assuming that you know her tricky setups, like down throw to up smash at 90% or the down B off the stage, which isn't a true combo. If you know how to escape from those, Sheik cannot reliably kill you up until 140% without shield art. So just based on that, consider the fact that Shulk can kill Sheik reliably at around 70%. We have twice as much health as Sheik. And we need to take advantage of that. Not to mention, when you're at around that range where she can reliably kill you with those true combo setups, which are stuff like down throw to up air, you're pretty much at max rage already at that point. Now this is without rage. Since 140%, I mean, training mode doesn't show rage. But it's around this percentage that we get silly things like, I messed up. Stand up, Shulk. If you time that right, that down throw to that is a true combo. So that's the spooky shit right there. Now, I'm going to show you which way you have to DI in order to escape from that. If you DI... No, it's interesting to note where it starts. Down throw sends you almost straight up but slightly at an angle. Which means that the best way for you to DI would be at the 90-degree angle of that. Which would be away and slightly down. And that's how you fly the farthest. She cannot easily catch up to you unless she reads that full DI. And for the most part, she can't really hit you with another up air. She can only hit you with forward air, or try to catch you with a bouncing fish, if you air dodge. But for the most part, you should be able to get away if you do that. And just based off that, it becomes so much harder for Sheik to kill you. Meanwhile, this is not counting rage. Let's put Sheik to 70%. Without rage and without smash art. Forward tilt. Sends her that far away. Forward smash would kill her. Dead. Nothing she can do. And with Smash Art, you get that power on the forward tilt, which from the ledge would definitely kill her. Now, that's all well and good. That just shows that we have more health. But the trouble is approaching Sheik in neutral. That's where she wins. If you take an advantage on Sheik, you need to hold on to it. And if Sheik takes an advantage on you, she's not going to let it go. So, attacks you need to watch out for. This, this, this. Alright, so, this, and this are Sheik's tools in neutral. She has others, of course, but those are the main ones. She's not going to throw a bouncing fish, she's not going to throw out other stuff. However, she will bounce the fish in the air and then immediately use it in order to travel across the stage without any lag, which I think is really fucking silly. And that needs to be nerfed a little bit. Anyways, let's see what else. Shulk has a blind spot. This is his attacks. Keep in mind, I'm going to slow it down to make it a little more obvious. When Shulk... Oh, let me make it happen. When Shulk throws out his forward air, it does cover that entire space below him. However, there's something you need to notice here. It starts above him. And that's very important. Now, neutral air. It's his fastest aerial. It starts behind him. Right there is where it starts. So there's a certain point right here that you need to realize Sheik's favorite place to be is right below someone in range of this. So let's say Shulk is jumping. You know where Sheik's aiming? Right around there. So in order to avoid that, Shulk has ways. Shulk has one particular way to cover that blind spot, which is below and in front of him. Instead of doing neutral air, normally, what you want to do is you want to turn it around. And suddenly, you got a frame 14 attack that's coming out right behind you. Or right below and in front of you. So what you can do is you can approach someone, turn around, do that. You have to be careful because Sheik can pull out. Let me tell you another tool that Sheik has. This is something that got buffed in the last patch. This is something that I really don't like. I mean, I love the changes that were made to Shield. But without any changes to Sheik, this turned out to be a big buff for Sheik. Sheik can drop on someone, forward air, and then immediately jab, and it leaves you trapped in Shield. And then from there she can do that as a mix-up. So... that's disgusting. Let's say I'm gonna make Shulk stand here and hold shield. Let me see if there's a way I can do this. I need something holding this down. How about like this? Oh boy. This is gonna be tricky. How about this? Pardon me a moment, guys. Perfect. No, that's not perfect. Because the rumble is just going to make Shulk do that to himself. Okay, forget about it. Just take my word for it. Almost any time that Sheik lands on you with shield, she's going to grab immediately. And that's not good. Shulk doesn't really have much to get out of that, except maybe an out of shield air slash. And that does work. Shield art works sometimes at really low percents, but it oftentimes presents it making you get hit more than you should have. I think Buster art works really effectively in this matchup because even though you end up taking a little bit more percent, Sheik's attacks don't do that much percent on their own. They do a lot of percent over time. Meanwhile, you hit Sheik once and she takes 20%. That's ridiculous considering that she dies at 70. So Buster art is really good in this matchup. Shield art is okay. Smash art is godlike at the end because it can kill Sheik with almost anything and it makes it very hard for her to combo. Speed art kind of puts you in her line of fire, but it does help you out in the neutral game, so it helps out a bit. Jump art makes you take a lot more damage, so it's not recommended if you're being comboed. However, it does help you get around the stage, it lets you completely bypass the needles. It's not bad. Shulk needs to use all of his arts very well in this matchup in order to be able to come through. And of course, another thing to keep in mind is that there's a lot of Sheik players, not all of them, there's some smart ones out there, but there's a lot of Sheik players that their only option is this. In the neutral, this is all they do. So what you can do with this, since a lot of Sheik players think they can get away with this for free, is you can turn around as they come at you and do any sort of pivot attack. Whether it's pivot forward smash, pivot tilt, or just retreating back air. Or retreating forward air. Retreating forward air is almost unpunishable. And it'll definitely cover anyone's approach like that. That's one way that you can go about it. Aside from that, an option that you should definitely consider practicing for matchups like this and for Diddy Kong is air dodging into a mount. The big problem with dealing with people like this is that it's hard to get in because of that fast attack. However, Shulk is unique in the fact that he can land on the ground without any lag if he does this. And in fact, he has more invincibility frames once he hits the ground. 14 frames of invincibility from the art activating, if you let it sit long enough. 6 frames at the minimum. So, right based on that, you can weave into her attacks, cross her up, and then punish her. Other attacks that are really good are up tilt. If you crouch and the Sheik is buffering the forward air to do it as quickly as possible before leaving the ground, it's very difficult. Wow, okay, that's not one. Such just don't have to die. I'm doing this just one person. I apologize. Let me see if I can hold it down like that. Alright. It's difficult for Sheik to hit you, guaranteed, if she's expecting you to jump all the time. Like from here? I mean, I guess that one hit. But there's a lot of types that Sheik's just gonna go for it and just completely miss. And from there, you can just counter attack. And that's the good. Smack her away. And of course, if she's at high enough percent, you can kill her with up tilt. You can kill her with a lot of things. You can kill her from across the stage with back air, for crying out loud. It's great. Now there's one more thing that I really want to call attention to in this matchup. Sheik does have a lot of options that I did not list. That's stuff that you need to figure out for the most part. But there is one warning that I'm going to give. I want you to watch the combo counter when I use up smash on Sheik. It stays at 1. Up smash is not a true combo. In fact, if I up smash and Sheik holds shield after taking the first hit, she will always perfect shield the second hit. No matter how high her percentage is. She could be at 999. and she'll still never get hit by this. However, not all is lost. We still have hope. Because Shulk doesn't just have one hit on the up smash, he has 3. 2 more at the tips of his feet. And those are suctions. They'll pull you up, and it'll actually kill people earlier because they'll be closer to the blast zone. So that's something that you need to be careful of. If the Sheik knows this, she can very easily hold shield on reaction to getting hit by the first hit of your up smash, and she'll never die, and she'll immediately be able to grab you and do whatever she wants to do. That's no good. That's about all I can tell you right now for this matchup. I can answer specific things if you guys know anything that you really want covered, but I think Flametails, who was the person who asked the question, is no longer here anyways. I'm gonna have to tell him to check out the VOD. Because this, I hope, is as in-depth as he was hoping for.